I'm Glamourina Loon, and today I'm going to be eating lots of food. I'm going to be stuffing my face, and we're going to be talking about video games because I have a lot of things I want to talk about, and it's all just bubbling inside me, and I thought this would be a really fun way to be able to chat. So, I got lots of food from Wing Daddy's. This is my favorite place for wings. I will tell you what I got, and then we will start eating. I'm very sad because I didn't realize that the nachos have onions, and I hate onions, and it smells very strong. So right now I'm going to have to pick that off and get rid of it because it's bothering me. But, so, we got the Sauce House Nachos. Hopefully you can see that. Has lots of, I think it has chile con queso, jalapenos, lots of random yummy stuff on there. I didn't get any meat on it because I have lots of chicken here. Here I have the raspberry chipotle wings, or boneless bites. Over here is just an order of fries. Here is the hot wings, the hot buffalo boneless bites. Those are my favorite, so good. And over here is the lunch special, which is the buffalo shrimp and an order of fries. So lots of fries here, lots of food. Let us dig in. First, though, I want to get rid of these onions because they are so gross. Hopefully that they're just on the top, mostly. I hate onions. Especially the purple onions. They always smell so strong. And I'm sure some of you love onions, and so you think I am crazy, but I cannot. Ever since I can remember, the smell of onions just has always bothered me. Alright, I think I got a good chunk of them. Yeah, okay. Sorry if I am a little splotchy. I was in the car right now to get the order, and the sun is very strong today. It's just like beating down on me, and I feel red and flustered, but it's okay. Let me pour myself a drink in my Baby Yoda / the child glass. I'm just drinking juice. It is pineapple aloe vera juice. I found that the aloe drinks just really help with any spicy wings. So, getting some ASMR up in this joint. Whoa. Oh, it's splashing me. It's splashing me. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this little bit as I want the onions away from me. Then I'm gonna get started eating. Okay, got rid of that nastiness. I'm gonna put some of this guac. Nachos are pretty good. Oh, gross. So, video games I'm playing. I'm playing many video games because I have a very short attention span. And depending on my mood, I like different games to play. I think except for when I was playing Persona 5. Well, Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. Those take up just so much of your life. And that is one of the rare games that completely has captured my attention so fully. And I become so obsessed with it. But other than that, I like having a little variety. So, I'm playing games on practically every console. I think almost, well, quite a few. So, I'm just gonna name everything and then we'll go into talking about each because I have a lot I want to say. So, on Nintendo Switch right now, I am of course playing Animal Crossing, but that is one where you can just kind of pick it up and play and then go away and all that. It's just such a casual, calming game that I will forever love. So, of course playing Animal Crossing there. I'm also playing Cafe Enchante, which is more of a visual novel type. And what else am I? Oh, and the Atelier Ryza on Nintendo Switch. Then on, the ranch is pretty good today. Lately, the ranch has been kind of funky whenever I've had Wing Daddy's. I don't know, it doesn't have the usual spices on top that I like. But today, it seems like it's pretty good. I want to try the raspberry chipotle first. Let's see. Dip in a little bit of ranch. That one's really good. Where am I gonna put my ketchup? I'm gonna put ketchup over here on this side of the box for my fries. Ooh, that was gross. Lots of ketchup. My big bottle of ketchup. I love ketchup so much. I have a problem. I'm always made fun of for it. I don't care. I love ketchup. And we put a little bit of ranch in that ketchup. And we stir it with a french fry. And it is delightful. Oh, it's going to be hard to keep chatting because I'm going to keep getting distracted by the food. Anyways, we're playing Atelier Ryza on the Switch, so those are, I believe, all the Switch games. There are some games that I've kind of casually looking at, but not really playing. I've kind of put them to the side until I finish at least those. And then on the Xbox 360, I've been playing Alice Madness Returns. Oh, such a story with that, but we'll come back to that. And then on the PS Vita, playing Persona 4 Golden. And on PC, love Esquire. And then on the PS4, well, I just finished Persona 5 Royal, so I'm kind of trying to stay away. Okay, so circle back to Nintendo Switch. First off is Cafe Enchante. That game just came out very recently. I think it came out last week. It's more of a visual novel type, but oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful game. I want to make a whole video about it, so I'll go into more detail then. But I just think visually it's so beautiful. It's an Otome game, so love is happening. It's one of those games. But so far the story is really nice. I like how they expand on the world that all these characters come from. They're all sort of supernatural characters that you can romance. I haven't gotten to the romance aspect yet. It's a lot of backstory about who everyone is, which I kind of love because that's how I am in real life. Is I have to really get to know somebody before I fall in love with them. So I kind of like that, like getting to really know them, where they're from, what makes them tick, how they act with you, all of that before you can even start going into the path with them. And it's written really well. So far. But I'm not that far into it yet. Because with visual novels, I do kind of feel I have to be in the mood for them. So, oh, and then I had, such a mishap with it, which I'll go into more when I do a video completely on it, but, so playing that. And then the Atelier series. I got Atelier Ryza in August for my birthday. It was a little birthday gift to myself because the second I saw the scenery from it and just the overall look, I knew I had to have it. These fries are just so good. I want to try the nachos a little bit better. All the cheese is kind of at the bottom. So I feel like I'm just mostly getting plain tostadas here, but I feel their nachos are just okay. I'm more of a fan of when the cheese is melted on top and it's this, it's not the liquidy cheese. When it's from a restaurant. When it's at home, I love like the liquidy, guess all that. I don't know. I do appreciate that they didn't overdo the onions and I was able to get rid of them right away. Because, ugh. Oh, the cheese is a little thicker in some areas. I didn't realize they put both kinds of cheese. Okay, then they're okay. So back to Ryza. It's very pretty. The very pastel, pink colored kind of world. I'll insert a little clip here maybe. We'll see. Or a picture or something. You play as this up-and-coming alchemist. Most of the game is spent going on different little quests and putting together, not potions, but using your alchemy to create different items. And you go on battles. The battles are turn-based. Just visually, it's very pretty. Overall, it's a very relaxing kind of game, which I really like. I mean, there's little dungeons that you go into, but they're not too stressful or anything like that. I think it definitely has a very unique style to it. The Atelier games. I mean, well, that's the only one I've played. That game so far, but from what I've seen of the other Atelier games, just a very specific kind of style. And so in all those aspects, I really like the game. Just how it's very casual to play and just, again, beautiful. Like, I love all the details that they put. It's just a very lovely game that has monsters, and the monsters are so freaking cute. Sometimes I feel bad having to fight them and kill them because they're so cute. But the problem I have that's keeping me from getting fully into it and being able to finish the game is it's just not grabbing my attention story-wise. And looking into it a little bit more, I see that it's supposed to be more of a love letter to the original Arlen series. So there's many games in the Atelier series, but there's like the original 3 that have to do with the main character's mother and her friends and her journeys. And so they bring some of those characters back, and they explain that they are characters from the past. So it's not like if these characters come in, I'm just like, who the heck is this? Why are they suddenly battling with me? They explain it a bit, which is fine. I'm not lost in that way. But I think like it just doesn't hit any feels for me because I'm not familiar with these characters. So I'm just like, okay, cool, there's characters here. But you can tell they have their own little like inside joke about it maybe, and I'm missing something. And honestly, the main character, Lilua, I don't like her. I want to like her so much. I think aesthetically she pleases me. She's so pink and so lovely looking, but I just find her a little annoying. She is very ditzy, which I don't mind. Like, I don't mind a ditzy character. It's just a lot sometimes to have to hear her voice, and I get a little irritated. So that's what's tough for me. In a video game, I love the characters and the worlds that they create and the story of it, especially with RPGs. And I'm just having a little bit of trouble. I get that their stories aren't usually super like fleshed out. They're not very serious stories. They're supposed to be kind of casual and fun and silly, which I don't mind. I think that's nice for just like a game that you want to pick up and play for a while and then put it down and all of that, and not feel so I don't want to say trapped in the world, but I don't know, just a more casual thing. So I don't mind that. I just wish that I liked the characters more. I kind of feel nothing for any of them, so I don't really care about them. But I was seeing that some people recommend that you kind of save that game until you have played the original Arlen trilogy. And that way, like, it kind of hits you a little bit better. And I think that if you don't care about stories or the characters as much and you're just there for the battle and the aesthetics of it, it won't bother you and you can happily start with Lilua. But if you're like me, then probably play the Arlen trilogy first. So I might kind of pause Lilua and go play that at some point. But for now, I'm also kind of thinking of picking up Atelier Ryza, which is the most recent game in the series. And it is completely separate. It I believe is kind of a different world. They don't even have the same towns or anything. And I've heard very good things about this game. I have heard that it is a little bit more of a fan service type of game, which I don't care. I love that. And I think that the battling system and the alchemy system are a little bit different. I did buy that game a few weeks ago because it was on sale. Hold on, I need to bite of wings. Wait, I haven't tried the shrimp yet. The Chipotle wings are so saucy. There's even sauce just like running, like a little pool of sauce over here in the corner. Those are really good. I wish the hot wings were a little bit spicier today, or a little bit saucier, I mean. But they're good. What was I saying? Yeah. So I got Atelier Ryza a few weeks ago when it was on sale. I think it was like 50% off or something. So I thought I'll get it just to save it because I know that the sequel to that particular, no, to Atelier Ryza comes out next month, I want to say. I do want to play it. They are a little bit longer in terms of gameplay. I believe they're about 60 to 70, 80 hours. So it is something that you have to sort of commit to. But anyways, I bought it this morning. I decided to play it a little bit. And I'm really liking it so far. I mean, granted, I did not play very long, maybe like 40 minutes. But already I can tell I like Ryza more than Lua. And I feel so bad because Lua, she's just so cute looking. But there's just something about her that irritates the crap out of me. But I'm hoping if I play the Arlen series, I can come back and maybe appreciate her a little bit more. I hope so. All the other characters in Lua I kind of found boring. Like, I feel like there's nothing that special about them. So, I don't know. But Ryza, I don't know. There's something about her personality that I'm kind of digging. Her friends, I think that they seem really fun, especially the little, I forgot his name. I want to say it's Tao, but I might be wrong. I know it's something with a T, but it was like this little blonde boy, and he's just like this nerdy little kid, and I really love him. I can tell I will die for him. He's so cute. So I'm excited to try that. I can already tell it's a little bit different. At the heart of it, it is still an Atelier game. Like, if I've played so many, I can just feel it. So I'm excited to give that a little bit more of a go. But there's so many games coming to Switch that I'm so excited for. Like, there's one coming out next month that I saw the trailer for it, and it just looks so neat to me. It's called Empire of Sin. I don't know if it's coming to all the consoles, but I know for sure I'm gonna get it on Switch. It just looks so cool. I love tactical games, and you get to play as a I think it's 1920s gangster in New York. And there's different characters for you to choose from. Some are real life gangsters from the time, and some are just characters that they made up. And there's some female ones which look really cool. There's one where I think she's like kind of a flapper, and she works in like the whole vaudeville scene. And so she looks really neat. So anyways, it's a tactical game. You're supposed to like try to become the official main gangster of New York. And so you have to fight everyone else off, come up with different plans to take over their territories. And yeah, it just looks really neat to me. I'm such a sucker for anything like that. I love tactical games. I love all things from, well, pretty much all periods before this time, but especially like 1920s to 1960s. I love it. So I'm super stoked for that game. I wish these hot wings were saucier. They're kind of boring today. And then we'll talk about the PC. It's just a silly little visual novel / RPG, but I've never quite played a game like it. It's called Love Esquire. It was actually a gift from my very dear friend, and it's really cool. I've gotten really far into it. It's just really funny. It's written so well. You play as a squire to this knight in this kingdom. And usually in most games you would play as the knight, or well, no, usually you would play as like a knight or a hero or something. And this one, you're this squire to this knight, and the war is coming soon, but you don't want to go into war, possibly go to your death, or virgin. So you have these options to try to romance these gals in town. And two are princesses. One is a nurse. One is I think she was just like a little warrior. I don't know. I haven't really talked to her too much. And then the other one is your stepsister, which that one was weird. Like at first they don't say that she's your stepsister. They just say she's your sister, and I'm just like, why is she a romance option? Well, then they kind of, oh, I don't want to ruin anything, but yeah, it's a sister type of thing, and it's kind of weird. So I've just steered clear of her too because that's just too awkward for me and too weird. But other than that, the game is really funny. It has these really fun quest elements too, where you get to go with the knight and actually fight monsters, and you have like these little battles. And but there's just like really funny things you can do. Like you don't actually get to fight, you just kind of cheer on the knight. And so there are options where like he's like losing or whatever. You can run to the other side and you hold up a picture of like this half naked or like just like this big boobed girl to kind of get him to want to keep going. So it has things like that, and then you get to each girl that you romance has like a very different. They all have very different personalities, and I like that they're very well shaped. Like they all have their own lives, they all have their own troubles, they all have certain things that they're going through. I personally really fell in love with the nurse. I think that she is just so cute. She's like very shy and serious, but she has like this really cute little nurse outfit on, and she's also into witchcraft, so I of course was gonna fall in love with her. So I really recommend it. I still have to finish that game, but it's really fun. And one night I was playing it for like hours and hours, and there's just a lot of things you can do, which I don't usually see visual novels like that. It's mainly a visual novel, but there are a lot of different features, and it's just really fun. Like it never gets boring. I feel sometimes that can happen with a visual novel where you get kind of tired of, especially if there's no voice acting. Not that you get, yeah, you kind of get tired of just reading and the pictures just kind of stay the same, and so you just kind of get bored of it after a bit. But this one you never do. Everything is just very fresh, and the voice acting is really good. It's really funny. It really brings everything to life. So I have to finish that one. And then on Xbox, I'm playing Alice Madness Returns. I've been trying to play that game for so long now. I think originally years ago, I bought it on Steam, and my computer at the time just couldn't handle it. It was before when I knew nothing about how graphics cards worked or anything. I was very young. And I bought it, but I couldn't play it because my computer sucked. So I thought, okay, I'll save it for someday when I can play it. And then I got another computer which should have been able to handle it better, but I couldn't remember my Steam login at the time. So I don't know. Stuff happened. I think like I just couldn't log into it for whatever reason. I had to buy it all over again. I just didn't like, because at the time I had a gaming laptop, and I just didn't really like playing on it too much. So it ended up staying there again. And then more recently, well, I've moved quite a lot, and so my Xbox was never set up or anything, and I finally got it all set up in my gaming room. Everything is good there. So I thought, okay, now it's very comfortable. I'm gonna give it another go. So I bought Alice Madness Returns, and I've been playing it, and I love it so much. Everything about it is so beautiful, and I think that even though it is an older game, it's just so freaking stunning. I love everything about it. It does frustrate me a little bit sometimes, because I'm just kind of bad with playing those kinds of games. Like, I really like them, but I would say I love playing video games. Like, I love playing video games, but I am not good at them typically. But I think all that matters is that you have fun. So I've been playing it. I'm not that far into it, but I really like it, and I want to continue playing it. Oh yeah, and then that was something else that went wrong with it, because my Xbox 360 controller was so old that one of the little joysticks kept getting, I guess kind of stuck, but upwards. So when she goes onto one of the little levels, when you went to hop onto it, she just kept going, and then she would just freaking almost be jumping off every time, so it was freaking stressful. So I had to get another controller. Now everything is good. Oh, and there's another game I forgot to mention for Nintendo Switch that I'm playing. The new DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield came out last month. It is the Crown Tundra. And so I had bought that DLC when, I forgot what the other DLC was called, but when that came out during the summer. And so it's kind of just been sitting there until Crown Tundra came out. And I recently started playing it to check it out and everything. It's good. I love that in the DLCs, your Pokemon can walk behind you. Like, they're able to come out of the Pokeball and walk with you. And I love that. I think that's so neat. And the difference with the Crown Tundra, it's a very frustrating thing. Because I think, especially with the games in 3DS, I feel like it was really easy to catch Pokemon. Especially with the legendaries. Battles and everything, it wasn't that hard. You just kind of had to level up your Pokemon and you were good. You can just freaking blast through so many. But with this one, oh my goodness, I've been through so many Pokeballs. You have to be very specific about how you level up which Pokemon, which abilities they have. They could be freaking level 100 and you still will not catch that legendary Pokemon. You still will not win that battle because it's all very specific. Which I think is neat. Like, at first I was really irritated and pissed off and I wanted to, like, throw my Switch after trying a battle, like, 100 times and going through 1,000 Pokeballs. Okay, not that much, but it was frustrating. But then I realized that's all I could think about, even when I wouldn't be playing it. I would just be thinking about how I was going to catch that Pokemon, which Pokemon I was going to level up, which abilities I could give them, all of that, and yeah, it's been definitely different, but I think it does feel... Oh, and then there's this certain feature that they've added that I think is really neat, because I kind of feel when you go into the battle arenas and you fight the Dynamax Pokemon, it gets kind of boring after a while, when you keep going into all of them. But they did this new thing where you go into this cave and then they give you a Pokemon that you take with you. Like, you get to choose which Pokemon you want, right? Your first, like, starter Pokemon. And then they have these different areas that branch out, and it tells you, like, if you go this way, you'll run into a water Pokemon. If you go this way, it'll be a steel Pokemon, blah, blah, blah. So then you go, you fight them. If you win that battle, you can catch that Pokemon, and then when you move forward, you get to decide if you're going to keep your original Pokemon or that one you just caught, and then you move forward to the next area until you get to, like, the big area where it'll be a certain type of Pokemon, and it's always going to be, I think, a legendary Pokemon. And you fight that one, and if you get to catch that, then at the very end, you'll have, like, let's say, 4 Pokemon that you've caught. You get to choose one Pokemon to take into your party and keep forever. Only one, though. You have to give the rest back. And I hope that you followed that. I don't know if that sounded confusing. I'm very bad at explaining things. But it's been really fun. I really like that. I stayed in that area for so long because I was having so much fun doing that. So I think that was a really neat feature that they added. So again, I think that you spend more time in this DLC, I feel. Like, unless you're super amazing, I don't know. If you're a really awesome Pokemon player and you know all of their weaknesses, that doesn't matter. Like, they also have to have really high attack power. It's so much that you have to look into when you're fighting. And every Pokemon, all the legendary Pokemons tend to be different. And then, it's so much. And so you're kind of trying to decode these puzzles that you're given, because you have to go find this other, like, the main legendary Pokemon. So it's just a lot of legendaries. And it's been really fun, but it is a little bit frustrating. And it's a lot of work, but I like it. But it's one where I've had it happen already, I think, like, twice, where I started out my day wanting to play it, and I went and I played Pokemon, and then I was in a bad mood the rest of the day because I couldn't catch the one Pokemon I wanted. And I was very frustrated and moody. So maybe don't start your day off with it, but it's a fun time. If you want a challenge, I think it's been a challenge. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I think so. And all of the things I've read about it, people were saying that the legendaries are tough. I mean, not so much when you're out in the wild. Those Pokemon, they're the same. Oh, and then they've brought back a lots of Pokemon that they hadn't patched into the Switch version yet. So I had some in my little Pokemon bank, like my Dragonair, my shiny Dragonair. I wasn't able to bring them over, and I was so mad. But with this DLC, they've kind of unlocked most of those Pokemon. So I was able to bring my shiny Dragonair, and I'm very happy about that. I feel like out of breath because I was talking so much. And what else have I been playing? And so on the PS Vita, I've been playing Persona 4 Golden. I was so excited. And I'm really, really loving it. But I think that Persona 5, like I played Persona 5 at the end of last year. Finished it. And Persona 5 Royal has been about like 200 hours of my life this year. I only recently finished it. And I played it like pretty hardcore there for a while. It was lots and lots and lots of hours. So I feel like I'm just slightly burnt out on Persona right now. So I can't get fully into Persona 4 like I want to. But it is freaking amazing, just the Persona games. I think especially when you go play other JRPGs, you realize just how freaking amazing Persona is. The Persona series is. Not to say that most JRPGs are bad or anything. They're not. It's just so different. Like, you realize just how unique Persona is. So, yeah, I've been playing Persona 4 Golden. I love that it is portable on my little PS Vita. And I'm very excited to get through that. But again, I feel like I pick so many games that are very long because I'm typically drawn to RPGs and stuff. So, it's a very long game. Not as long as Persona 5, but pretty long. And with, having work and other projects to do, and just me personally, I have such a short attention span that I can't devote everything I want to it. But I do love it very much, and I am excited to get into it and have like that thing hit me again where I just want to like eat it all up. And what I did with Persona 5, where it was just like, oh, I need more Persona 5. I mean, still, I think about Persona 5 like every day. No joke. Anyways, this isn't a Persona 5 video. But really enjoying it. I love the freaking PS Vita so much. And I bought all of the Persona games, because you can get 1 through 4 on the Vita. And the dancing games, but I don't have the dancing games yet. So I'm excited to get through all of them. I want to just know all the lore behind it. And when Shin Megami Tensei comes out next year. I don't know. I love how it just all connects. This shrimp is lonely. I've hardly been touching it. Once I've fallen apart. Oh. This shrimp is really good. So massive. I feel like I've hardly been touching these nachos. They're not that good. I thought I was going to go through a lot more ranch so far, but no. So, I guess we can talk about what games I really want to play. The game that I'm holding myself back from playing right now because I know I shouldn't start another game, but I'm probably going to break. I really want to play Yakuza Like a Dragon. It looks so neat. Now, I've never played any Yakuza game. I've been so curious for so long, but I haven't played one yet. But Like a Dragon is totally calling to me. If anybody wants to leave in the comments if they recommend that I can go ahead and play it, and it doesn't matter if I've never played a Yakuza game before, please let me know. Or where you think I should start off. But I'm very tempted. Like, I'm very close to buying the game. And I'm just trying it. I was watching somebody stream it. Or not stream it, but on YouTube they recorded themselves playing it. And I just saw the beginning part and I was just so drawn into the story. The characters I can already tell I'm going to be obsessed with. And when I've seen some bits of how the battles work and everything, it just seems so neat to me and I want to play it so badly. These are so good. So, I don't know. By the time I actually post this, by the time I actually post it, all that, you guys leave me some comments about it. I'll probably have already bought the game, but maybe not. I just feel like, you know, it's not a cheap game, so I feel I should wait. But I'm also very impatient and I have no self-control. So, I don't know. I think that's all I wanted to say about video games. I think we are all caught up. I'm thinking we can do like little things like this once a month. I will eat a ton and we will chat. I hope that you are eating something with me right now. Well, meringue. So, I think that is it for today. I am probably going to continue to eat just a little bit, but this video is already very long, so I'm going to cut it here so I don't have such a hassle editing everything. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you had fun and you didn't mind my babbling too much. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Big kisses. Bye.